I'm Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different and every breakup is different. Work with me and you'll get professional help on your situation. And if you're in no contact, focused on personal growth, my workbook series, The Knowledge, will help you make changes like you've never made before. Available now at AskCraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you about I was certain my breakup was hopeless. A lot of times you're in a situation where you feel like your ex is never coming back. You'll never hear from them again. You'll never get a second chance. I have seen this many times over the years. And this is why I say every situation is different and every breakup is different. Because it truly is. And there are so many different factors that we're looking at when you're doing a coaching with you and we're looking at your situation. And, you know, people's behavior can be very unpredictable, right? Just like many of you never could have imagined your ex breaking up with you, let alone treating you the way that they are at the time of the breakup. You know, you can't imagine that it will even change or that they would go back to the way they were or have been with you. But it happens all the time. And this is why I always tell you guys to focus on the growth. You can't go wrong by investing in yourself. What is a bigger investment than your own mental health and your own well-being? I mean, what could be possibly more important than that? Than getting to a good place where you feel good about who you are, learn confidence, learn how to show up in relationships and be an amazing partner. Now, sometimes you do that work and they come back and it works out great. Sometimes they haven't changed enough to have something healthy with them. There are all kinds of situations that play out. But the best thing you can do is stay committed to the growth. Do the workbooks 30 minutes a day or the creative healing course. I promise you, after doing those for 3 months, 4 months, as you keep going at it, you will feel like a different person. All right, so let's get into this email. This is a good one. They said, "Hi, Craig. Thank you for all you do in educating people about relationships and mental health. I wanted to share how your advice has helped me in my own relationship journey. Please share with your viewers. I think my story emphasizes the truth and wisdom of what you teach. I first found your videos after a breakup in April of 2022. My girlfriend dumped me very suddenly after nearly 6 months of dating. I was in shock and heartbroken and could barely function for weeks." It's an awful feeling, isn't it? I know that feeling. That's what really prompted me to understanding breakups and feeling that myself and having that for a long periods of time. I'm like, this is awful. Why are people breaking up? My parents split up when I was 1.5 years old. They started to get divorced, and then I watched my mom marry 2 more times and my dad marry 2 more times. So I've seen marriages fail my entire childhood, and I wanted to really figure out why this happens and what we can do to fix these things, because it's so painful for everybody. You know, the divorce rate is like 60%. I mean, these are people that say, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, and 60% of those situations aren't even lasting. So that's why I became so passionate about what I do here. By chance, I found your videos with Margaret and instantly began to learn all I could about bettering myself, relationships, mental health, and attachment styles. I was no stranger to therapy, but probably not as committed as I should have been. It was a major wake-up call. Aren't breakups a major wake-up call? They really are. But that's what I love about it, is because they really do motivate people to change their life. When have you ever been so motivated to change or grow? Probably never. But when you're going through this, it makes you really motivated. And I do love that aspect of it. I've long struggled with depression and anxiety and learned how these conditions can adversely affect relationships. In July of 2022, I was fortunate enough to have a Skype session with Margaret, who offered deep insight about my situation. She advised me to see a specialized trauma therapist to heal wounds and develop emotional self-control. And that's a big thing that the Creative Healing course can do. There's so much to it that is really about helping you heal, work through these things, and gain emotional self-control. This proved to be excellent advice. I found a fantastic professional locally and have matured a lot under her care. Margaret was also realistic about my chances of getting my ex back. She advised me to stay in no contact and look forward. My ex was very enmeshed with her family of origin, which Margaret cautioned about. No doubt there. Still heartbroken, I was optimistic about finding someone new in the future and continued working on myself. Like many of your viewers, I never thought I would even hear from my ex again. She was too avoidant and too stubborn! Exclamation point. I was certain there was a 0% chance and it was hopeless. Do you feel like that? Because I guarantee many of you guys feel like you have a 0% chance and that it's hopeless. I've seen this many times over the years. Just because it doesn't look like it will turn around right now doesn't mean it will stay that way. Feelings change, but you have to do the work. She probably hated me and forgotten all about me. This was he was convinced about, right? Well, not so. Not surprised either. Me, not surprised. He didn't say that, but I'm not. After 5 months of complete silence, guess who started sending me paragraphs of mushy texts about how much she missed me and was thinking about me? What did he say? He said he had a 0% chance. He was convinced it was hopeless. She was too stubborn. She was too avoidant. It would never turn around. And guess what? After 5 months of complete silence, guess who started messaging me paragraphs of mushy texts about how she missed me and was thinking about me? She told me that after several months, everything started reminding me of you. These are in quotes. I just really missed you. She also described feeling extreme anxiety when she reached out again after those months. Ironic, since I was the anxious one before. Here's another example of what we tell you we see all the time. It flips. When you don't reach out, when you stay in no contact and you focus on yourself and moving forward, this is what happens, and this is what exes do, even avoidant ones. All right. Everything happened exactly as you predicted. Thankfully, I was ready, and we dated for the next 8 months. When subsequently talking about the breakup, she confirmed everything you said what the dumper goes through. It was so accurate, it was scary. Man, you are good. There's a reason for that, because this is what I've been passionate about understanding for many, many years. Okay? I have been talking about attachment theory long before anybody else has, and looking at mental health. And I was so fortunate to have Margaret on board teaching me about mental health and things about enmeshment and family systems and all the things that we've put together on the channel over the years. From the get-go, well before I even made one video, we were talking about these things every single week. And I see these things happen again and again and again. But you have to do the work. You have to kind of move forward with your life, but also plan on what to do when they come back. But like I said, every situation is different, okay? So I know why it's so confusing for you. I've been there. And this brings us to now. Earlier this spring, my ex and I broke up again. This time, it was my choice. Those family enmeshment issues Margaret mentioned were not insignificant, and there were other irreconcilable differences relating to lifestyle, values, and sex. See that? He had the opportunity to decide for himself to get to a healthy place, and now it's on his terms. And I could tell you, it's difficult, but it feels a lot better when it's on your terms. Now I am dealing with grief from the dumper's perspective. Even though I believe I made a mature and healthy decision in moving on, I'm still focused on personal growth and ready to blow away the next person I enter a relationship with. So, to your viewers, exes really do come back! Exclamation point. But they aren't always destined to last. And that is true. This is why I tell you guys, the personal growth pays off. Because even if it doesn't last, you feel a million times better. What does last, however, is the investment you make in your own personal growth. Thanks for everything, Coach Justin. Well, thank you, Justin, for sharing this. Now, what I would have loved to have seen was a success story after you got back with your ex to begin with. Many people, after they get their ex back, they stop watching the videos. Many people give up on the personal growth, but they don't share the stories of getting their ex back. That's the sad truth. I wish more people would send success stories. So if you're going through your breakup and things turn around, remember what I'm saying. I want to get those success stories. I want people to hear what happens when you get through it and when you get your ex back. Now, he's not with her right now, but you know what? He made the decision to move on because it wasn't right for him. But he knew to get into a great place and to really evaluate all these things before having to move on. And you heard it. He's grieving too. But he knows that it's for the right reasons. And when you do it for the right reasons, that's a good feeling. You feel confident in your decision. It's sad that they didn't work out, but who knows what will happen. Maybe she'll work on herself, really grow, work through her own issues, and come back again, and they'll work better the next time around. Hard to say. But listen, here's just another example of someone saying, I never thought my ex was coming back. I never thought I'd hear from them again. They were too stubborn, too avoidant. I had 0% chance, and they got back with their ex. Didn't work out, but this time it was because they made the decision to do it. It was his idea. I'm sure she didn't want to end it this time around. And being healthy and living a healthy life is a great feeling. So you can see how painful it was for her, this avoidant who is stubborn, to say all the things that she did. Everything reminded me of you. I really, really missed you. I had a lot of anxiety, extreme anxiety when reaching out. You see? Here's another example. So stay motivated, okay? Please understand, every situation is different and every breakup is different. And we see these things all the time. But if you stay focused on yourself, you'll have somebody that's right for you ultimately in your life, okay? So this is a great success story because even though he's struggling right now and grieving this breakup, it feels good to know that you had another shot at turning it around. May not last, but knowing that you at least had another chance is a good feeling, okay? And that's why he wanted to share it for everybody. So hopefully this one's been helpful to you. Of course, if you want to get my help personally, you can do that on my website, askcraig.net. I do email coaching and I do Skype. You can also get my creative healing course and my workbooks on my website. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and I will talk with you soon.